I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that taught us his word. Just came across this article about Trump and this whole border security thing. And it looks like he's going to declare a national emergency to get extra funding, for the wall. Well, that's the excuse they're using, but really, whenever a national emergency is declared, the president has a list of, executive orders and different powers that he's granted that he can do. So, like martial law and all that. So, we're one step closer, to the time of Jacob's trouble and all this going down. This is from FoxNews.com. The Senate on Thursday, which is today, February 14th, afternoon, approved a border security package to avert another government shutdown. As the White House said, President Trump is preparing to take the extraordinary step of declaring a national emergency to obtain additional funding for his long-proposed wall on the U.S.-Mexico border. The bill passed 83-16. The border security compromise now heads to the House for a vote. President Trump will sign the government funding bill, and as he has stated before, he will also take other executive action, including a national emergency, to ensure we stop the national security and humanitarian crisis at the border. Sanders said in a statement, the president is once again delivering on his promise to build a wall, protect the border, and secure our great country. Lawmakers have until 11:59 p.m. Friday to get the agreement through both houses of Congress and signed by Trump before several cabinet-level departments shut down and hundreds of thousands of federal workers are furloughed in what would be the second partial government shutdown this year. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, the point is the whole, national emergency thing that he wants to sign. Sneak that in there. But yeah, here's this a list from spotcolorado.edu titled PDF entitled Presidential Emergency Powers. Well, not a PDF. .edu. You'll have the power over persons to confine any individual deemed a threat to national security, restrict travel, restrict access to U.S. citizenship, restrict movement of individuals within or over the U.S. All this is in the scriptures. During the time of Jacob's trouble, require certain individuals to register with the government, restrict freedom of association, suspend habeas corpus, declare martial law. All these are in the scriptures. Powers over communication. During war or threat of war, he may establish procedures for censoring mail, cable, radio, and other means of communication. Yeah, this is the main one right here. Notice he has the power to suspend habeas corpus. What's habeas corpus? This is from law.cornell.edu. Habeas corpus, Latin for that you have the body. In the U.S. system, federal courts can use the writ of habeas corpus to determine if a state's detention or prisoner is valid. A writ of habeas corpus is used to bring a prisoner or other detainee before the court to determine if that person's imprisonment or detention is lawful. So he has the power to suspend that and just throw you in prison, And that's it goes for us. That's the excuse. That's the power he's going to have to throw certain Israelites, certain men of the Lord that are out there on the streets into prison. And John saw that. This is Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. So yeah, the martyrs, man, the president's going to use that habeas corpus to get the men of the Lord in those concentration camps. You'll have the power to do that for no reason, other than we're out there teaching the truth. But the Lord said, fear none of those things, man. That's why you got to have that rock solid faith, to get you through it. It says, fear none of those things. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. So either, man, if you end up in those concentration camps, just keep the faith. You have that tribulation, you may get tortured or whatever, but either you get put to death, you'll be the first one on that chariot with Yahushua, or Michael the archangel may show up, you may get that spiritual power. But it's going to be a win-win situation regardless. Yeah, the whole communication thing. During war or threat of war, he may establish procedures for censoring mail, cable, and radio. That's another prophecy that Amos spoke about. This is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord of power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yeah, they're going to censor the word, they're going to shut down the internet, because this truth can spread across the four winds, four corners of the earth, through that internet. So they're going to take that and they're going to shut it down, or other means of communication between the U.S. and any foreign country. Brothers waking up all over the globe. Declare martial law. That's, we've always spoke about that. Powers over the control and regulation of property. And this one right here, restrict travel to or from the U.S. That's in the scriptures as well. This 2nd Ezra 15:16. Because there's going to be all chaos. You're going to have race riots. You're going to have rioting. All that. Let me start at 15. 2nd Ezra 15:15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Yeah, because you're going to have all this rioting and chaos. So, he's going to have to declare that martial law. He's going to have the power to do that. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and of course their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and not be able to, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, the point being, a man shall be able to go into a city and not be able. That's part of the power that the president will have to restrict travel to or from the U.S. Different cities are going to get cut off, roadblocks, tanks will be blocking the streets. So yeah, we're that much closer to this thing, man. With Trump, signing this national emergency to get his money for the wall. So yeah, assign armed forces to assist in military matters in any foreign country, powers over communication, declaration and termination of future national emergencies. So yeah, there's a whole lot more, but I just wanted to find a little basic little list that I came across. So yeah, all this links up with the scriptures. So, and with that, just keep the faith, keep pushing on, keep soldiering on. Uh, you know, it's almost that time. Now's not the time to get weak. So with that, shalom.